Kurt, you've worked with Quentin before, but Jennifer, this is your first time. How did all these guys welcome you into the fold?
Oh, it was a very nice welcome, actually. I really just felt like one of a group of great actors, and very lucky to be part of that group and embraced by that group. I did not feel like the only woman in the group. I really felt just like one of the guys in a certain way. And yet I also felt that they were looking out for me. I did feel that. But they didn't clean up their language. There was no story that I couldn't hear. I never felt excluded from any event, anything. And it was just an incredible and great experience for me.
I half expected the two of you to be chained up together. You were so much in this movie.
I know.
We still are chained.
Kurt,
Imagine it's there.
after close quarters with Jennifer for so long in that situation, what did you learn about her that you didn't know?
Well, about 3 weeks, maybe a month in, Goldie said to me one night, she said, "So how's the Stockholm Syndrome of it all going on?" And I said, "Well, that's an interesting question because there's two of them. There's John and Daisy, and of course there's the two of us." And she said, "Yeah, that's what I mean." I said, "Well, it's funny. We don't talk a lot, but I think we talk. We speak to each other, but we don't talk a lot." And I mentioned that to you, and we did kind of start talking more about it. And I think it's just sort of serendipitously at the right time, because we started exploring things with Daisy and John that were starting to come into our heads. We were both feeling the same thing that we wanted to start incorporating.
Exploring, yeah. Which is how it becomes sort of like a marriage that kind of works on its own terms, you know? And there are small affections, and there are small... He carries her, lifts her out of the carriage. You know?
And when she falls, he doesn't get whatever.
Yeah.
And he falls.
And he, like, punches her teeth in, but, you know, it's...
Yeah, she can take care of herself.
That is the least of it. But he also, like, wipes food off her face when...
Don't want to see you look
know,
bad.
like, yeah.
That would bug him. Yeah.
All these men, you're really the main female role in the movie, although there's a couple of other women at one point. But she's as mean, or maybe meaner than all of them.
Oh, yeah. I mean, she is not... I mean, if you had to pick, like, the most sensitive, delicate one, I think it would be Chris Mannix.
Sheriff.
It's not Daisy.
Sheriff
Daisy's tough. Daisy's tough. She can give as good as she gets.
John has a real pride to his work and who he is, maybe more so than anybody in the movie. I mean, there's certain things he won't do because it's against his nature.
Yeah, I mean, if he was just the kind of bounty hunter that Sam is, there would be no story here.
That's right.
It would be simple to do. But I think it's really important for it's interesting to me that Quentin chose that type of character to carry that burden. Of course, he's really good at what he does. It was fun to play that. It was fun to have that as a balancing thing for this big, bombastic, uncouth, uncaring human being.
He's also like an innocent in some way.
Yeah.
He's the most innocent of the group, really.
If you're going to hold on to that thinking, you have to be, right?
Yeah.
You're forced to say that about him.
One thing I noticed, and just correct me if I'm wrong, but you've had some John Wayne cadence to some of your of your rhythms.
Yeah, we started off there way earlier in that reading, and then actually in my script I had like 6 or 7 names that I put down there just to remind me that when I felt like that, go ahead and go there. But I started out there and came way back off of that. And then there are pieces and times where that cadence, that rhythm, what the character represented for the movie at that point, what as you watch the movie 20 years from now, that guy, that thought is conscious. You should be thinking that, And there was 6 or 7 other people too that I wanted to get at certain times and let out, I found this character really fun to play, and I just loved being the kind of character that he was, chained to what Jennifer was doing. That was really, for me, a memorable time.
What you're doing has already gotten you notice from the National Board of Review.
New York Critics Online.
You are...
she's on, yeah.
in July, when we were an awards website, I put you at the top of my rankings for supporting actress.
Oh,
and I
thank
haven't moved
you.
you out of there the last 6 months.
Wow.
Just on a hunch, because I just felt like you were going to, amongst a lot of men, certainly, this role was going to stand out. Well, you've been so close to Oscar nominations before. What would it mean to finally break that and get in there?
I mean, it's nice to even be part of the conversation again, quite frankly. I was in a place in my life where I thought, like, okay, so I had a good run. I worked with a lot of directors I love and admire, and I'm a mom, and I'm doing other things. Maybe I'll start writing, or, I just thought it was kind of over for me. So to actually get to do, I have another film I love out this year, Anomalisa, too. To have two films that I actually truly love and am incredibly proud to be a part of, and to be noticed again, like, I just feel it reminds me that I'm an actress. It's like you forget.
A great one.
And thank you.
She,
But
I
And
promise you.
Spirit Awards nominee for Anomalisa,
yeah, it's
too.
like crazy. But it did remind me, and just Quentin casting me made me feel like, oh, wow, that stuff you
Hey,
do.
I'm going
a
to
long
stand up
time
for her
ago.
right now, and all of us would. Not only is she great in the movie, but the circumstances under which she did it was not easy. It was hard. It was very, very difficult. And if she's so deserving in so many ways. We all pulling for Jennifer here, because it's nice to see when somebody does something artistically kind of stand out. But when they deserve it, when they earn it, when they tough it out day after day after day after day, that's when a whole nother level of earning it comes to the fore. So everything, believe me, anything and everything she gets, this girl deserves.
Well, just quickly, you're in the mix here too. You haven't been nominated at the Oscars before.
I'm
You
not
got a
one
Golden
of their,
Globe nomination.
I'm not. That's not my world. That's not my world. It really isn't. I tell you what, I'm proud of and love is just the fact that I got to be a part of this kind of a Western with this kind of a director and that kind of stuff. But when it comes to, and I didn't have to endure anything except having a great day every day. I had a good time. So that's my reward.
Well, thank you so much. It's a great movie.
Thank you.